Intro.
Everybody want the full Saturday party.
Yo, welcome to the AMF Show.
Now everybody want the full Saturday party.
On Bars and Hoops Radio.
Now everybody want the full Saturday party.
Yo, every Thursday night, without a
Now
doubt.
everybody want the full Saturday party.
With our special guests, so check us out. Peace, everybody. I'm Big Ra. Welcome to the AMF Show. I'm Big Ra, one half of the Almighty Force Brothers. I'm here with my man, the street ball legend,
Kev Young.
and we got a special guest in the house tonight. We got our man from around the way, Big Dog. Introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? This is Big Dog, Big Rod from the hood. How's everybody doing today?
All right.
Thanks for having me here.
All right, man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So before we get into your story, the D-League draft happened last week up at Middle School 226. Now the kids is gonna get with their coaches, and then they're gonna prepare for the spring season of the D-League. So if you want to see some little kids doing their thing on any Saturday, go up to Middle School 226, 121 Rockaway Boulevard. All right, Rod, if you could describe yourself in one word, what would that one word be and why?
I would say one word, different.
Okay.
When I say different is I think now in me growing up and being a part of the basketball and, you know, the work, a lot of things I get to learn and be around a lot of different people.
Okay.
So, you know, you kind of like, you got to adjust.
Okay.
You got to adjust. You know, kids different from when we was raised and, you know, growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you got to be different, and not different in a negative way, but just different in how you communicate with people.
Okay.
Things, you know, things are just so different now.
Okay. So for those who don't know you, where are you from?
South Ozone Park.
All right.
Rockaway Boulevard.
Okay. Rockaway Boulevard, where everything was going on. Everything was going on back in the days up on Rockaway Boulevard.
You lived a block from me. I used to.
Yeah. We lived
foot
up
on the
there.
block.
Yeah, we were right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And people be saying, like, how did you live up there? So let me ask you that question. How did you live up there and not get caught up in all the craziness that was happening with people using narcotics, with people selling narcotics? Like, we're right up, because we lived up the block from each other. We were right in the middle of everything that was going on.
Wow. I mean, I got to say, you know, sports, you know, working, you know, I had a little job. My moms didn't play them games.
Right.
Even though I was out there doing, you know, a little knucklehead, you know, stuff, but my moms didn't play that. Even though, you know, my pops had went to jail, you know, at an early age with me, and that was different. Okay. That was really different. You know, I experienced it with my brother, but it was a little different. But just having my father, just, you know, my first year of high school, and him calling and saying what happened, I was like, that was a different experience. So I grew up fast. I got to say, I grew up fast. My family, a lot of females, you know, on my mom's side. Wasn't a lot of men, and the men were actually further in the South in my dad's family, so which is a huge family, a lot of them.
Okay.
So yeah.
And you know, you seeing that type of shit makes you not want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then you know, it was amazing because as you start meeting people, getting to know the neighborhood, parents putting, you know, the dudes that you was around, and then now you meet, like, you know, I had the little job in the store where they say the pork store.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, meeting everyone. More people coming in.
Store.
Oh, you might know my
shit with that damn pork store. Used to deliver to us.
Yeah. you know,
shit.
people saying, you might know my son. And I'm like, no, I don't know. And then when I find like, yo, you know my mom's, man. I want to hook my mom's up when
You
she
knew
come in.
everybody.
I
From
know.
that damn
So it's
store.
just
Yeah,
just getting like when I start putting faces with people, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
So Stills be the great. He said, "What's up, Big Rod?"
Stills be the great. What's up, brother?
Yeah.
That's Kev.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Bars and Hoops family. Stills in the building. Tisha ate a lot in the building. Yo, Rod, you gotta. We gonna talk later, man. You gotta get with Tisha ate a lot. Red Cup Affair. We be going. It be the males versus the females. It's every Sunday night from 9 to 11. You know them. The males pick the songs this week. And you give Tiny your song, and then the females got to try to guess who picked the song.
Okay.
You know, but it be
interesting.
It's fun. It's fun and it'd be some good music.
Okay.
Right? Because people be picking some pretty good songs.
All right.
You know, and then we got the odd cast, right? We got the odd cast, right? It's a lot. Bars and Hoops got a lot of stuff going on.
I see.
Shout out to the Bars and Hoops family. Shout out to the AMF family. We up in here, because Javon, he had this, and then me and Kev, we started doing it. Shy, he here. The Shy, he making appearances every now and then.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Check,
yeah.
But,
so you're from South Ozone, and the reason why I wanted to start with that, because like we're known, like Almighty Force Brothers. I just talked about the D League and the Almighty Force Brothers. We are doing the tournament since like '91, right? But people don't know. A lot of people don't know that before that you did a kid tournament.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you did like a couple of kid tournaments, and I don't think people was really aware of this. And the purpose of what we're doing is like giving people their flowers, right? So we giving flowers while the people is here to get them.
That's the best way to do it.
So let's talk about the first thing that you did. The first thing that you did.
In terms of the tournament.
In terms of a tournament in our neighborhood. I think a lot of people don't know.
Yeah. Well, my love with the game, and I gotta say, believe it or not, I watched Kev play as a kid. I watched him play. I watched Norwood, all those guys play. And it was just fun to just stand around and watch how amazing these guys, we used to go back to the block like, Kev dunking on niggas backwards, and Norwood palming the ball with one hand.
Yeah, so, shout out to Kenny Norwood.
So like the game, just a love for the game. My pops had me around a lot of sports, which was baseball, softball. That's how I met Sweets. I met Sweets at
Sweets.
I was like 10 years old when I met Sweets.
Sweets stayed on the pass.
Yeah.
So rest in peace to Sweets.
Yeah. So
he's one of our best refs back in the days.
So when Rob Johnson came to me talking about the league, I jumped on it.
Huh? You said Sweets.
I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing.
You can't talk ill at the dead, bro.
I ain't saying nothing, man.
All right, man.
Sweets.
Sweets. All right. Sweets one of the best refs. No, let me stop. Go ahead. Yeah. So
I got a problem with all refs.
That ain't no lie, neither.
But Rodney was like when I made.
Oh no, Kev used to matter.
Rodney, did it matter? It didn't matter.
Kev used to give it to me, but he gave it to me, and then he also helped me in a lot of ways too. Tell me, Rod, you gotta watch these dudes. These dudes, they don't get them calls over there. Don't give it to them over here.
Yeah. That Brooklyn Queens.
Yeah.
On. Yeah.
Well, they always said that. I give Kev all the calls when I went to Brooklyn. It didn't matter. I'm like,
that's right, motherfucker. That's right, Kev, Brooklyn.
I said, Kev.
People don't know, right? But that's like later on. But and we'll get to that. But you part of and Cal. Shout out to Cal. Shout out to Ralph Potter.
Mhm.
Y'all basically ran our tournament in Brooklyn for years.
Yeah.
It was like y'all that really was like the ones that was there that was present all the time.
Ralph Potter.
Yo, it was when I'm gonna talk about the tournament, then we're gonna get to that.
All right.
Kev is funny,
Yeah,
man.
go ahead,
Kev is
man.
funny. Red came to me to run the tournament. We talked about it and we started putting it together through South Ozone Queens Park Youth Association with Miss Rouse.
Okay.
So that's how we started the tournament for the kids at
Miss
TS
Rouse.
155.
Right.
We ran on, I think it was Tuesday nights. We ran like 2 nights a week.
So say it again, because a lot of people didn't know that 155 had a kid tournament, and it had to be like, what was that, in the 80s, right? It had to be the late 80s.
We started that tournament I think my mom, she was still living. My mom's had passed in 92. So it was like 1990,
Okay.
91, somewhere around there.
Okay.
And, we ran that tournament because remember, 155 used to open the gym for us to play.
Okay.
We used to play up there, and we used to play there and at John Adams.
Okay.
So
I know I went up to Adams a few times. I didn't know that you could play. And then 155, it was like the wall was like right there.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
As soon as you lay the ball up, you go right out the door.
Yeah, So that's why I ain't never really
But
played in
it was funny though
155.
because when we came from PS 96, that didn't have a gym.
Right.
And we went to 155. We
They
was like,
had a
yo,
gym.
this is it. We
Yeah.
We can get.
we good
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as you
But-
got older, it was just like, once we left there, went to 226.
Y'all went up on the
So-
floors or y'all went in the cafeteria gym?
In PS 96,
No, 155. But
Upstairs on the
cafeteria
floor.
had 2
Yeah.
rooms.
no, we was upstairs.
Oh,
We
okay.
was
Yeah.
upstairs.
So y'all hearing it here, right? In South Ozone in 1990, there was a tournament for kids in 155. And that's what really got me into coaching little kids, right?
Mhm.
Because my son showed interest in playing basketball.
Mhm.
So then I started coaching the little kids. All right. So in 155 in 1990, there was a tournament for little kids. All right, go ahead.
And Mr. Johnson came to me and we put it together. We got the coaches.
And that was Big Red. And Big Red, he he did a few things. He did a few things in the neighborhood,
Mhm.
for like as far as like sponsoring kids. And I always respected him because he used to always say it was nothing really in the neighborhood, in our neighborhood for the kids. Like we used to do like things like put teams together like Zoe and Rodney and Devon them
Mhm.
and just go play against the YMCA's.
Because you remember too, as growing up, we didn't have basketball tournaments in our neighborhood.
That's what I'm
too.
saying.
You would have to go to either ISA,
Yo, I had
Lost
to go.
Battalion.
Yeah, but I had to go all the way. When I played citywide, I went to Elmhurst and tried out for the team.
Mm.
So we didn't have things in our neighborhood. So all your young people that thinking that it was always like that, it's brothers like Rod, and then after Rod, the Almighty Force, they bought that to that side of Queens. On the other side, Pete Edwards, he was doing this thing.
Yeah, shout out
But
to Pete, definitely.
on our side of Queens, nothing wasn't really like happening like that.
No.
So okay, so you did 155 one year.
And then we went to 226. We brought it down to 226. And that's when the Beacon program started. We started
Okay.
down at the Beacon program down there, and we just
All
put
right.
it together. We got the coaches, Raheem Shahi was the coaching. We had Kenny Ketchum was the coach.
Yeah.
We had Mr. Scantleberry. We had Wes was the coach, and KC Bailey. Let's not forget Mr. Bailey,
AC Bailey.
the Phantom
But
Point.
yeah, but Kev, you coached in that.
Kev,
too,
yeah,
right?
Kev
Kev
coached
coached in
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
he had Dula and BJ on his team.
Yeah.
There you
The
go. That was that
the
tournament.
beast
Mhm. He
who
had Dula and
who
BJ.
became the beast. So Kev was coaching BJ back in 1990. That's before this beast stuff started.
Yep.
That was before LFM, right? That was
Kev's
before
team
all
was
of
the
that.
Falcons.
Huh?
Kev's team name was the Falcons.
Yeah, our team was the Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah. Shout out to 13. What's that? Ghost TV. He said, "Peace, Big Rob."
What's up, Ghost? What's up, Ghost? My man.
All right.
Chad-O-Matic. I see you there, brother.
Okay. John Perry on
What
the
ghost?
check
That's
in.
Ghost?
Mm-hmm.
The Ghost we know?
Yeah.
Because they got it. Yeah.
They got a
They
show
have
too?
me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah, Chad.
discussed us coming in.
Chad's a podcaster.
Yeah. So all right. So
Chad-O-Matic.
all right, after 155.
We went to
The first
226.
year.
We started at, started the program at 226. We ran the tournament and then we opened the gym.
Right.
So now we started open gym, which we had about 300-400 people up there every night.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I will never forget the police came in because they kept seeing kids coming into school 8, 9 o'clock. They came upstairs deep. They're like, yo, what's going on here? I says,
Basketball. Right. They were the rapper they've been out in the streets.
Yeah,
so
they was like, oh, we didn't know how, we didn't know about this. And it's funny because when we really put the Beacon together and put our advisory board together, Mayor Adams' brother, Bernie, was on our advisory board.
So, all right. So now y'all hearing it too. All right.
We had Councilman Stabile.
The Beacon program, I didn't mean to cut you off, but the Beacon programs that are going on now all throughout New York City, this is one of the brothers that was the foundation of it in Queens.
He was one of the first 3 Beacons.
One of the first Beacons in Queens. So this man is the one. So we're gonna later on we're gonna talk about all y'all like low-key haters, but this is the man that started the tournament for the kids in that area and started one of the first Beacon programs in Queens. All right.
It was 226, IS8, and Samuel Field Y.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. The
Beacon program started through Safe Street, Safe City, which is Mayor Dinkins' program. That's why a lot of the gyms were open in the 90s, in the late 80s, early 90s, in the evenings for us. Create Safe Street, Safe Cities, which is a program that started in Chicago. It started in Chicago having midnight basketball leagues.
Yep.
To try to get the kids off the street.
Yep. So
They call it Beacon. So they put it in the crime bill. Bill Clinton's crime bill funded the Beacon, and we put like almost $40 million, something like that, into it so he can start opening up more beacons. Because when the beacons first opened up, we was getting 500,000 to run programs. Now I don't even think they get that much now.
Right.
I don't even think they get that much.
Right.
So.
Yeah, because people, they don't realize, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because all of us was stipend off.
Mm-hmm. And also too, they wanted to put that beacon in Howard Beach.
Okay.
So shout out to Ms. Rouse and Saldos on Park who fought for that beacon to stay right there, because when they first initiated talked about it, they wanted to put that program in Howard Beach, and they was like, no, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen. Our kids are not gonna go all the way down. Why should we have to?
Yeah. Why should it? And where was it more needed? Right.
Right there.
Where was it more needed? Because we're talking the early 90s. Our hood was kind of off the chain, even then, right? We had, I ain't gonna name the names of our little shorties that was running the streets, but we had some stuff going on.
Yeah,
back then.
We definitely had a different, and I want to say our neighborhood we seen it come from here to there.
Yeah.
We seen brothers that we played ball with, we were cool with the school with, that,
there's always a thin line.
Yeah, grew up early and left early.
Yeah.
So I would say grew up fast, but left this world early.
Yeah.
So it's like, you tell kids, kids don't know how to have fun today. They don't have no fun. They don't enjoy their youth. and it's a lot to these streets than definitely now. But even us coming up, there was still a lot to these streets because a lot of dudes we grew up with, they were already at another level with that. So it's like you can't if you're not looking to put. We always say there's a difference between a person that hustles and a person that drug deals. A hustler, he just making some money, do whatever he got to do, and he's on his way. When you make it your everyday thing,
make it your
existence. You're in it for a different reason.
So and Javon, he said, "What's up?"
Hood, what up, baby? My man, Hood.
Shout out to Karis. What's that? Sky fight. I need to clean my glasses. Okay, Key Sky. All right, shout out. Yeah. So Rod, the importance of youth sports, because before we go in, about everything, deeper with the how everything happened with the start of the Beacon program. The importance of youth sports.
Important of youth sports, very important because I think us as Black men, we have a lot to offer our kids in our community, believe it or not. And I think the more that we really got into it and started coaching kids and trying to mentor them, we understood that we had a lot to give them from, again, our experiences and what we went through growing up. We don't think that now with single parent homes like it's something new. It was the same when we was growing up. People when the drug era where a lot of parents, left. And you had one mama, you had the grandmother raising kids. You had a lot of that going on. It wasn't as widespread as it is now, but it was definitely going on. So our way to build, is it's funny. Somebody told me the other day, do you think that the Black men destroyed our community? I said, we played a big part in it because we did what we did in our neighborhood, whether we did it for a good reason or a bad reason. We did a lot of things in our neighborhood that we could have did better in doing. So, of course, we didn't go to Howard Beach and see the corners lit up with, guys hanging out all night, smoking weed, drinking, selling drugs. We didn't have that. Certain neighborhoods that you can go in and that's not there. So we didn't take care of our community as a group. Maybe as individuals, you're not gonna go in that block and start nothing, but we needed every block to be like that.
Okay.
So at the same time, guys were saying, you guys doing a good job, but you're not helping us do a good job.
Yeah.
You still
we're doing it. We was doing it. We are doing it over here, even though some of them, like back then in the early part of when we was doing the tournaments and stuff, even though some of them protected what we did.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They was protecting what we did because we was the only ones at that time doing it. You get what I'm saying? But we
didn't want a lot of guys protecting it for the wrong reason.
Right.
Still trying to make it a neighborhood, a territorial thing. And it never was like that. I had guys just tell me, tell me when you're playing this team because I want to be there. For what? You coming to watch the game or you coming to make it uncomfortable?
Right.
We don't, a lot of these kids don't even know the history of a lot of, beefs in the neighborhood. And, they creating their own thing now, but there's a lot of things then where dudes still trying to make themselves part of. And it bothers me when a grown man is still running around like he's 25, promoting violence.
Yeah.
And
then you shouldn't even have been like that at 25.
So many dudes that we know we grew up with was put in situations that was never grew as a man. Yeah. And then when things hit the fan, it was just like, are you surprised?
I took that.
Just like Kev just said a little while ago. Well, you were surprised about that?
But that was something else.
That
was something else. But there's a term that's called prolonged adolescence. I learned that in my psych class. There's a term called prolonged adolescence, right? And that is the dudes that did never grow up. Never started doing their man thing. Shout out to Reg in the building. Shout out to Reg.
Gundy.
Yep. All right.
Van Gundy.
So let's go. Let's go back to to 226.
Yeah.
Okay. Because so you got up in 226, and then we started doing a kid tournament. Like after you did your kid tournaments, but some of the guys that played in that tournament, you know, we could like because DJ Don DeMarco, I had him on my team.
Yeah, he was actually my point guard.
Yeah.
Because I actually put a team together from all the teams that we had and put it into your high school tournament.
Okay.
So I had DeMarco, I had
Mo.
Duke. Shout out to Duke. I saw I touched base with him earlier. Who else?
I remember Duke.
Huh?
I remember Duke.
Duke was tough. But again, like that, those kids meant a lot to me, man.
Mm-hmm.
Even I see a lot of them today.
Yeah, they and for the most part, most of them, the majority of them turned out to be some decent young men.
Turned out to be
you know, so you know, like you know, and I ain't like when you no because I don't want to argue with Rod about a black man ruining our community, but you know, if we would have had more people, you know, spending more time with some of these young people, then it would have been helpful. So it was a lot of us, you know, that was trying, because you think about the amount of people that was helping the coach up at 226. Then you think about the amount of people that was coming through Ajax and helping. A lot of people were trying to make a difference, you know, in our area, you know, a lot, you know what I mean? You know, but we had, listen, I mean, I coached teams. One time I was coaching this kid and something happened and we brought up about cars, right? And he was able to tell me I was having some problem with my car, and he was able to tell me how to start my car without the key. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, how do you know that? You get what I'm saying? And this is a kid that I had on my team. You get what I'm saying? So even with that, like a lot of people that came through our program, decent young men, but then we still had, you know, those elements of kids that just wanted to do bad.
Yeah, it was just one.
You get what I'm saying? There were some kids that just wanted to, you know.
No guidance at all, man.
Yeah.
They guiding themselves and they think they're helping themselves, but they're not. I mean, a lot of them probably learn now. I mean, like you said, sometimes you got to fall to learn. You know, one thing my mother always taught me, she says, you know, sometimes you might have to learn the hard way to understand what it's all about. Yeah. But she said one of the main things she said, sit and listen. Don't always have to talk.
And sometimes you're just a badass.
Yeah.
You know? So
like I saw kids that had like both of their parents in their house and they wanted to be a gangbanger. You get what I'm saying? And their families had decent money.
Just like us growing up, they had two parents. They still was one of the biggest drug dealers.
And we knew dudes that was driving to high school and grew up on crack.
It was a lot, like you said. It's like, oh man, you might see why this guy might want.
You thought about real quick, right?
You might understand why this dude is selling drugs so he can have his gear, right? But you don't got this. Dudes
got
that
the nerve to judge
you. But the thing was,
dudes that didn't have to do it. But why are you doing it?
But the thing was, right? Like because people used to go, oh, people join gangs because that becomes their family. I used to be going, that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, your family is in your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, like
especially here.
You want to go. You wanted
everybody's in a house.
Yeah,
you know.
And then you wanted to sell drugs. And then when you got, I mean, not sell drugs, but you wanted to gangbang. And then when you got to a beef, you had to go to the dudes that was hustling to try to get weapons. So you want to be a gangbanger and you even had no weapons. What the hell was going on? I was like, come on, man.
I said, it's a lot to the game that dudes just didn't understand.
Yeah.
And they tried to, you can't, hustling and being a drug dealer, being a gangster is not something that you learn as you go.
Man.
You gotta, you know, even though some of our greatest hustlers in history, if you let them tell it, they were smart. Dudes had educations. Dudes had great educations, but they just
Very few got out of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just this
But-
is they saw that.
I don't know none that
No.
had no great education.
Very
the
few.
ones that I know that got real big, they went to like the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like
Very-
they wasn't good.
Very few have benefits.
Mm,
You know,
None of them
insurance.
damn benefits.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
None of
they
them.
said they go in with the
But they used to go, but I remember like some kids they used to be hustling and they used to be talking trash on the bus, and I'm like, nigga, you on the bus too? You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about me being on the bus and I'm going to work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had a minimum wage job back then. You know, but how you like me now? Let me stop. Let me stop. We lost the
Oh man.
Okay. All right. So Rod,
Yes.
so a lot of people know you. A lot of people all over Queens, all over Brooklyn, they know you as referees.
Mhm.
All right. So when did you get into refereeing? Like, did you get into it like in our joint, or was you doing it before?
No, I
You started
kind
joining
of I kind of got into it with you guys.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna get these motherfuckers back.
But if you let
That's how
certain
he got into it.
if you let
Motherfucker.
I mean I was reffing a little bit with our tournament when we was doing the thing with the kids. And I liked it. I thought, you know, so I might be able to do it. Then Wayne Gatlin, if you let him tell the story, Wayne gave me my first break in entertainment and reffing. You know, he came to Ajax one day.
Shout out to Wayne.
He was running the tournament in PS 96 and he needed
Yeah.
ref.
Yeah, he sure was.
And
Wayne,
I went over there and ref with him and I started doing it. From there.
We didn't have you reffing with us at first, right?
I didn't start
Because
reffing with
we
you
had,
guys until like 94.
We had Terry and
Terry Gilbert and Derek
we
Kipp.
had Derek and Terry and those dudes. They was like our first refs. You know, until
But when I started reffing at Almighty Force, they threw me right to the wolves.
yeah, of course.
Unlimited. There you go.
Yeah.
First game, Kev Young, Boo
Yeah.
Harv, Dave Edwards, all them dudes.
Kept
Yeah.
Going to
You
Lincoln
walk,
Park.
Kev.
I'm
Kev,
reffing
you
in
walk.
Lincoln. I never forget one night I come into Lincoln to ref and it's Kev Young and them against Brooklyn.
Oh,
Kev Young and them against Brooklyn. And I'm reffing with Wingo.
Wingo. Shout out to
No,
Wingo.
it wasn't Wingo. It wasn't Wingo. It was Jug. I'm sorry. I think it was Jug. And they say, we don't want Jug to ref. I'm like, nah, he good. Nah, we don't want
Jug
him to
was
ref.
lazy, man. He didn't run up and down the
And-
court.
Then I wound up reffing the game by myself. So Kev was like, yo, you can do the shit by yourself and we just gonna give you $50. I said, Kev, come on, man. You wanna do that to me, man? And give me just 50, can't get both. How about 70? I was like, all right, fuck it. But after the game, he says, you was bad, but you did good.
Mhm.
And it was like, and again, I learned as I went with that. Because you can, you know, playing the game and think you know in the game is totally two different things.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I as I got more to learn the game, I says these dudes have a passion for the game.
Right.
Not is win or lose, they have a passion. They play. Like I said, I watched this guy play since I was a little kid. So
Now I'm yelling at you and shit. Make a goddamn
Yeah.
call.
but being a ref and being a good ref, or even being a half-ass ref, part of it comes to you being able to accept the criticism and being able to be taught.
That's one thing we all had.
Being able
We
to be
curse
taught.
each other out on the court.
And
After
I can
the
count on
game,
one hand.
Let's go have some.
I can
beer.
count on one hand the guys that I think that helped me along the way. Kev was one. Boo Hall,
Okay.
Tim
Shout
Briscoe.
out-
Those
shout
dudes.
out Boo. Shout out
Those
Tim.
those dudes, like I said, and knowing and watching them play, I'm like, these dudes can really play, but you got to learn the game in order to be able to keep up with them, and to be able to get that respect at the end of the game. Because it was times when I did, Kev would come or Rob, you reffed a good game. I don't know about your partner, but you did a good game. You got to give me that call because he's not going to give me that call. So now certain refs that been watching them play and ref their games longer than me, so now they're used to what they doing. So now, like you said, you know, Potter may not give him that call. You know, Buddy may not give him that call.
Right, right.
So now here I come. So now the whistle's blowing. So now they're getting those calls. So sometimes I would leave the gym and probably be like, "Man, you gave him as a gift tonight." And I'd be like, you know, I'll listen to that, and I'm like, okay.
But you never,
know,
but
then
I
again,
fired plenty of refs, right? Yeah. And you know, we knew each other a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I fired plenty of refs.
Nah, I know
some of them guys was like refing in the CBA. That was CBA, right?
Mm-hmm. Who are you talking about?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
You want me to mention it?
You knew he fired.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay. Hey, Town Mama, how you doing tonight? All right. Yeah, but you know, I never saw a reason to even thinking about going there with you, right? I saw guys, and then some of them had the nerve to tell me, "Oh, I know this guy. I don't know this guy." You know, it was my man took a 3, but since I know him, I'm gonna give him the call. Now, that's bullshit to me. I can't have that. And I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to be fair to everybody.
There's a lot of politics and people don't realize it, but there's a lot of politics.
But I used to sit and watch guys give guys calls, and I used to, because it's his man. And I've watched games like that.
But I can't do that, right? Because like when I was coaching like heavily, you know, I felt people did that to me before. You know what I'm saying? Like the ref came with them. You know what I mean? Like the ref, man. The ref rolled up in the car, you know, with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I said I can't have that.
I'm gonna say it a lot of times. I went like, you know, to the Bronx and Manhattan and played ball, man. And it's true. You know what I'm saying? They have their refs, but you gotta play like you know you in a foreign land. Don't make the game close.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to play extra when you're not home.
And see, that's what I did. Even like in ref in the Almighty Force, I started going to other tournaments, watching guys play.
Right.
And understanding players. You know, it's just understanding the game and how it's played. Like they may play different here, but not play different there.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of times I will play in Ajax, and then I will go like to the Bronx, and it's like two different worlds.
Two different things. Yeah, two different worlds.
You know, like sometimes I can even get along with the refs outside of Queens. You get what I'm saying? Like I get along with. I can curse them out, and they be like, "Yo, Kev, you want a beer after the game?" So you know, that's what I brought. I think to Ajax and all that shit. You know, don't hold no grudges. It's just a basketball game, yo. Calm down.
But it's at the same time, like you said, you got to be willing to accept the criticism and learn at the same time. Like guys, and like I said, it's times guys came to me like,
there's some guys that they be on the show sometime, you know, disapproved of their behavior, yo.
And they be like, yo,
never forgot that shit, yo. I don't want to say it. I'm gonna let you say it. I'm not gonna say it, but that person know who I'm talking about. Talking about he the best in Ajax. You don't do that shit. You don't do that shit. Call in if you want to talk.
Yo,
remember what you did, right? To Wes. You don't do no shit like that, yo. We all in the same neighborhood, man.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
I might need another water. You got another water?
Excuse me, I got a little upset there.
I had a water.
But no, I just said at the end of the day, all said, I just appreciated the guys that did help me.
Right.
The guys that gave me the criticism and I was willing to learn and accept it.
Right.
I appreciate those guys.
Yeah. So like some guys, I be running into guys and guys be still holding grudges from like 1990 saying, "Oh, you had these guys reffing," and then they said that one of them
and those guys that was saying that was getting their ass kicked. That's why they felt the way that they did. I'm pretty sure half of them was getting their asses mopped on
half
of them
was refs. Half of them was refs, right? And they was going, oh, but
a lot of them were players.
like you had somebody reffing in your tournament that wasn't certified. I just want to say, just because you got a license, that don't make you good. Just because I don't be at the high school games,
it was dudes all
you
over
still-
the city that was reffing
you
with
still.
that wasn't certified.
But listen.
Did it make them any better or make them any worse than what they were?
I don't go to
Like
a lot
you
of.
said, I seen dudes with their
Some of
credentials.
them just had the shirt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you thought they were certified.
A lot of them did that too. They
Yo,
go out and
but-
buy the patch.
But I don't go to a lot of high school games, but I hear that even the high school kids don't want you reffing their games. All right. So you garbage. You garbage. Just because you get a license don't mean that you're not garbage.
Who are you talking about, my brother?
And just for the record, I have my license.
Who are you talking about here? Damn.
And just for the record,
I just wanted to
have my
say it,
license.
right? Because dudes is holding grudges and they try to take it out on kids who wasn't even born because they coming in as almighty force. Come on, cut it out. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Stop
all
it.
right. I
After
don't
the show, you have to tell me this.
I don't have a hating bone in my body when it definitely comes to this game. I don't. And those dudes just
You did some heavy games, man. You should be proud of that, man. You did some heavy fucking games. You did that game, in Lincoln Park. That was a heavy game, yo.
Yeah,
You could have caught a lot of attitude. You did. I know you did. I heard about it. One time I wasn't there and I heard about what you had caught. And I was like, come on, man. You're going to see this motherfucker next week. You know, like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
That's something like that, man.
But that's and I get it too because I didn't control my emotions at the time about that. And
we were all the same age, but
yeah,
you know, like we're playing basketball here. You know, like this is basketball.
But again, like you said, it's just part of learning. I should have just left it. I mean, I look back and I get it. You know what I'm saying? That was a bad move on my part just as well as probably a bad move on their part. But it takes two of us to act like that.
Right.
So I mean, I should have just left it alone.
But I'm sure you wasn't the first one.
Nah. It's like I said, I just learned to accept the criticism. If I made a bad, I know when I make a bad call.
You losing it, don't think you're the only one that lost. I've seen refs take their shirt off and say, "Fuck this game, let's go."
Yeah.
Don't think you're the only. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No,
I mean, people bring you to that point, but overall, you did a pretty good game. That's not what we remember you by fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you did a good job, man. You know, especially with knuckleheads like us and me cursing every damn play.
No.
You know.
The only time you should be ashamed of that or be worried about that is if you didn't learn anything after that.
I learned a lot.
So
I learned a lot.
You take that as a learning experience.
I was able to learn myself, and just learn a lot about myself, and to understand. I think more the confidence came because you guys trusted me to do it. You stayed with me, you hung with me, and I appreciated it, like in every way. And I went to other guys and ref, tournaments and ref in their tournaments. And like you said, you can go to the Bronx and ref again. Dude's like, nah, this guy is good. Yeah. Because it's something, sometimes they never saw me. So of course, that's one thing.
Respect.
Yeah. Then you go out there and you make the first. Some dudes know when you make the first call if you're any good. Some dudes know, by you talking to them. If once they get in your head, of course, like Kevin said, once they get in your head, they got you. Because if you're having a whole conversation with dudes up and down the court during the game, you're not reffing the game.
So that's why we can't. That's why we can't get calls now.
So I'm not talking. So I'm not just making it up what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Guys are still holding grudges from 1990. Come on, man. Come on, man. Cut it out.
Yeah, I went to Bello Day about 2 years ago. This motherfucker looked at me like he wanted to stab me in my damn neck, man. I was like, hey, what's that about?
Grudges. Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
People holding grudges, man.
Yeah, I still hear dudes say, yo, man, you should get Kev and booing them all the calls.
Yeah. But that was confirmation of me busting his ass, yo. Now, you still mad, huh?
And like I said, it took me to go start watching games and tournaments and other places. And I'm like, yeah, he bust your ass over here. He bust your ass over here. He bust your ass over there.
Yeah.
So it's not me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to blow the whistle the rest of the game, they're going to still get 30 or 40.
Catch a damn
Come on,
attitude.
Man. I'm sitting around this, Kev might tell me like, oh, Rod, that nigga ain't shit, Rod. Don't let him fool you. Boo will tell me. Boo said, man, Rod, man, we should bust that nigga ass something terrible. God rest his soul. Dave Ed was like, what? Get that nigga a call?
Yeah.
Get that nigga all the calls he wants. He still ain't gonna win.
Still ain't shit.
These are the guys.
Go ahead, Tiny.
These are
Tiny in the building.
Yeah, but as a ref, how did you deal with the family members, the mothers and the fathers on the sideline?
how did I deal with the mothers and fathers? Oh man, that was different. Ooh. I can't think of his name right now, but his pops used to be like, man, God damn, you horrible.
Who, down?
Nah, it was. He went to St. John's and played. Little dark-skinned guard.
Went to St. John's.
Yeah.
Up on Rockaway?
His father was tall. He's always standing outside the gate. He never came inside.
Yeah.
His moms and him used to sit outside the gate.
He did not St. John's, St. Peter's.
St.
Peter's.
But as the years went on, then
Corey and them. Corey.
Then finally one day he told me, he says, yo, man, I gotta tell you got a lot better. He said, because at first, man, you were fucking terrible. And I used to be like, yo, you right. I know I was.
But at the same time, if you're relying on the ref to call, come on, man. You know, step
But
the
dealing
game
with the
up a little
parents,
bit.
dealing with the parents, it was definitely a different experience. And learning that, me as a parent, I know how I would probably, if my son was really into the game and how I might act. No, but being a ref made me understand, like, you got to be a certain way. So you come to the game, you come to the game as a parent. You don't come to the game
I don't understand. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't understand it, but my parents never came to a game, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Like parents didn't come to our games, man.
Our parents was working.
Yeah,
because our parents was what you spoke about earlier, single.
So I don't understand all this
households.
parent living through the child shit, man. Sit your ass down, and watch your kid, yo.
Yeah, it's this, in our era, like you said, it wasn't a lot of parents coming to the game.
He fucks up. He learned from the fuck up.
Yeah, listen. But now a lot of parents, even I'm gonna say from like 95 to up and down, it started like slowly. Parents,
I've seen it.
One time, a parent told me when I was coaching, because it was in the summertime, right? And I told my kids to press, right? And after the game, the parent came and was yelling at me, going, "How you got these guys out here playing like that in this hot weather?" Like, it's the summer. It's the summer. What do you expect? What do you expect? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
I had another
new generation shit.
Another experience when you said when people, parents act crazy. It was a person that played in your tournament all the time. His son wasn't shit. And his father and his mother always came to his game. The mother was cool, and she used to tell me, "Do not pay him no mind."
The mother knew he wasn't shit.
I know he ain't.
Every kid is their own level.
And he told, maybe you remember, he told you, says, "I was prejudiced," and I don't know if it was you or your brother. And he looked to him. He says, "What do you mean? He don't like, white people." And Shaw said his girl is white, but she wasn't. My girl was Spanish. But he was like, in the two look, he was like, oh
shit.
Okay.
All right.
Let me go rethink this.
Well, that didn't work.
Yeah, I'm like, this dude's like, yo, you don't like me. I know you don't. I'm like, why would I not like you? I don't even know you.
I don't even know you.
I don't even know you. So
you're right. When we have people come, we ask for words of encouragement, right? Because I mean, you did a lot of things, I mean, you're a little younger than me, so I'm proud of you. But you did good things, right? You did great things in the community. You did working for city government now. You know what I'm saying? And you was always part of the community, especially when we were really, when I say we, because Javon, he's still doing it.
Yeah.
But at the times where it was like me, Shy, Kev, all of us, we was out there.
When a lot of dudes couldn't understand, like, why
who's this calling so damn late in the show?
Come on, man. Welcome to the AMF show. Who on the line?
I was watching the show, but I had to laugh. You said you proud of Raw like you his dad. This Day, man.
Yeah, I laughed too. I laughed too.
Who this?
This Day, man.
Yo, what up, Day? Yo, man.
You talking proud of Raw like you his daddy.
Yo.
Dede, what's up, Dede?
Yo, we got to get you up in here, man. I know you got a lot to talk about.
I'm watching you guys. I think I'm looking at the movie Life. Y'all old asses in there complaining about shit. I'm talking about the life.
Yo, and it's funny. I was about to say something about him too.
You about to say something
I was
about
about to
Dede?
say something about Dede before
Right.
you
I was watching. I wasn't saying nothing. When Ross said, "I'm proud of you," Ross said, "What the fuck is going on?"
I gotta say, part of it when I used to ref.
Made you call in.
I used to ref for Dede.
I had to call when I heard that shit, Kev. I said, "What the fuck?"
Yo,
He said, "You younger than me, but I'm proud of you."
I said, yo, I had to experience this dude as a coach, kicking the ball over the park. Like, yo, Dede used to do so much shit. I used to go home and be like, I can't believe that motherfucker did that.
yo.
And then go coach outside the park.
Yeah, I ain't call for all that shit, man. Tell me shit.
You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that.
I'm glad you
You
called.
want to hear that.
I'm glad you called.
Nah, but thanks for calling, Dede.
All right, man.
Yo,
Y'all be cool, man. Y'all some funny guys. I love you dudes, man.
Listen.
Yo, man, I'm gonna hit you up, man. I'm gonna hit you up.
Yo,
all right.
One more thing. I'm glad you said after 30 years of me knowing you, I never knew you was this cool.
Yo, I didn't know Kev was that cool with refs neither.
Later, Dave.
All right.
All right, Dede.
All right.
Later. Thanks for calling. Nah, man, but go ahead, man. Give words of encouragement.
Words of encouragement, man. I mean, I just want to do us as adults, man. We just need to grow up and just, like you said, just let's guide these kids, man. Let's guide these kids. Take that energy that you want to have, and being disgruntled about something that happened 30 years ago. Leave it alone, man. It's not that serious.
And the guy that just called, he used to run a tournament on the other side of town as well. He was doing the same thing.
And he called and you used to play for him, right? I played with him. He was
I played for him or I beat him.
You
You can call back in next week, Dede.
I remember you played with him when you lost to Lincoln in the championship. Remember? Yeah, you played with Lamar.
I don't remember no losses. I don't remember no losses.
Well, I remember the year that Lincoln won. Lincoln took Ajax was 97, right?
Huh?
Did we take it?
Took it. Y'all took it.
I was very upset that game. I remember that. I was very upset that game. We took it?
No, when Lincoln played in Ajax?
Yeah.
They
didn't play y'all.
Lamar.
They didn't play y'all. They played LFN.
They're not the team with Lamar, right?
Lamar was on that team.
Lamar. No, they beat them in the championship.
Nope. They beat LFN.
Yeah, he's right.
Air shot.
He wasn't even in it.
Shot cool.
Nope. They beat,
y'all didn't make it to the champ?
They beat LFN because he played against BJ and Doolin in that game.
Yeah, I thought that was the semifinal.
Nah, that's the game he came late. Lamar came in like the second quarter.
I thought that was the game. I thought they was called Miami Dice at that time.
No. No, Country wasn't.
He wasn't up here yet.
No.
Oh, all right, man.
They beat LFN because when Lamar came in the game, his first play of the game, he dunked.
Yeah.
And then everybody went crazy.
They talking about Lamar Odom.
Lamar Odom is 7 feet.
So talking about Lamar Odom.
Big deal, you dunked.
Used to play for the Lakers. All right. Listen, shout out to Weldon. Weldon in the building.
Weldon Brown.
What up, Weldon Brown?
And congratulations, man, on your new addition to your family, bro.
You had another baby?
No, he got Greg.
Oh, damn. I was about to say that too. Weldon, what's up, man? Weldon, Mr. Well.
Yo, so Rod, now I'm gonna put you on the spot. You was in the park with us, man, for many, many, many years. Who you think is the best 5 that ever came through, laced up at Ajax Park?
You want my 5?
You don't have to mention me.
I gotta mention you, man. I gotta say.
All right, then do 10.
I'm gonna say Kev Young, definitely. Boo Harv, Dave Edwards.
We had those before. Pearl came through.
Pearl Washington. Didn't Conrad McRae come through there and play?
I'm not sure. I don't remember Conrad McRae. And when Pearl Washington came, It was in Glenn tournament. But I said Ajax.
Okay.
I said Ajax. So Conrad McCray might have came in Glenn tournament.
Anthony Mason played in your
Anthony
tournament.
Mason played. Anthony Mason played. He
think
played with
Conrad-
Prime Time.
No.
Huh?
I don't think Conrad came.
Yeah.
Um,
Prime time when they was in it. Shout out to James Ryan, all of them cats.
Greg,
Pendergrass.
yeah.
Craig
Speedy.
Pendergrass. Okay.
Conrad, when, Weldon? What year?
Now he said, Conrad, you might not have been there, man. You was traveling all the time, man.
I was playing with Conrad.
Okay. All right.
But I know I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if he played. I thought he played there, but I know he definitely played in
Lloyd Daniels. Yeah.
Lloyd
All right,
Daniels.
Lloyd Daniels. Okay.
I know Conrad played in O'Connell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He played in O'Connell. Weldon said 89.
Really?
So that was in Glenn tournament.
That was Glenn's tournament.
That was Glenn tournament.
I didn't think he was any good back then.
Conrad at that time,
Yeah.
89. He was coming into his own a little bit around that time. He was just on the team. He played with a lot of guys that could play.
Yeah.
So he was able to get. He
Conrad was
able to
nice.
get off.
How many is that? Like 8?
I know Rodney
About
Pete.
it, man.
I know Rodney Pete probably said that.
Big deal.
I
dude
say
was
Rodney. You ain't say Rodney yet? You saying Rodney?
Nah, man. Rodney, you at the bottom of the list, Rodney. Because you're young, so you go to the bottom of the list, man. You was the last one.
One
to
thing
do
I can
what?
say, Rodney, y'all had Rodney playing with y'all when he was like 13, 14 years old.
That's how good he was.
Yeah. Y'all had Rodney and y'all had Jamel Patterson too.
Jamel Patterson.
Jamel
Yeah.
and Cat and Lil Cat and Black Cat, Lil Cat.
The dark skin cab. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about him and shit. Yep.
Mhm.
The dark skin cab.
He ain't like the run he was getting. He used to get upset all the damn time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Cab, he was.
I guess
A lot of guys are better in their head than they really are. You know.
I guess we better say green. Well, Weldon, should we say green eyes?
Green
Watch
eyes.
what he said.
Oh no,
about
not green
Ford?
eyes.
No. Green
Green
eyes. Eddie.
Ferron, brother,
Huh?
nephew.
For Ron's
Yeah, that's what I'm
uncle.
talking about. Boy, yeah.
He talked a lot of shit. I ain't never saw him do shit.
Eddie, yo, Green Eyes is funny.
He played on
Shit,
Adam's
man.
team though, right?
He played on Adams. Yeah, he was on Adams' team. He
He
played with
played
him.
for Adams.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know he played for Adams.
Yeah,
Hey, we
yeah.
got
Yo, Weldon said, laughing my ass off. I said Green Eyes.
Yo,
yeah.
man. But Rod,
'Cause
thanks,
remember,
man.
he played. I'm sorry, he played against Far Rockets.
Yeah,
That's the game I came in
he
and
used
coached
to
that
talk a
team.
lot of shit.
Oh,
He
okay.
talk a lot of shit. I saw him
But-
score 8 points the whole season.
but thank you, man. Thanks, Rod, for coming
Man,
through.
thanks for having
This
me,
was
man.
fun. You know,
Thanks for
Javon, like he's like, you know, he be giving us a list of people.
Yeah, Jay been
he
trying to
wanted-
get me to come on. For
Yeah,
a minute.
yeah. So
But he wanted me
so-
and Potter to come together.
Yeah. And you know what? I didn't think about that until like Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I said, I ain't gonna do it, man. You know,
It's
yeah,
hard to
probably
get
have
Potter.
Potter come by itself. You know what I'm
It's hard to
saying?
get him out the house.
Yeah. All right. You know,
But no, I
it's all
appreciate
good.
you
know?
guys coming. I can't wait to come another time.
Yeah, man. But thanks for coming.
Thank you.
You know, appreciate you, man. Thank you for all the things that you've done, like in the hood and all of that. And you know, appreciate.
Thank
you, man.
Almighty Force for bringing me in and having me run, reffing your tournament, even coaching your tournament, just
Okay.
being part of the family, man.
Okay, man.
It meant a lot
Appreciate
to
you,
me,
man. Thank you, everybody that tuned in tonight. You know, we love y'all. You know, every Thursday night, 8:00. Check us out. All right, peace, everybody.
Get it.
Wanna thank y'all for tuning in. Love y'all, tune in again. Like Steels be saying, tell a friend to tell a friend to tune in to the Legend
I'm
Edition.
singing for playing most supreme right here. 6 feet still can beat the whole damn dream team. With power, I devour any man in my way.